Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you.
Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you.
And I am delighted to have my favorite orc dork online with me here. Maggie, hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I don't know where you got that nickname from.
I have no idea. No idea. Long time no see. What we did is Maggie and I tried doing this yesterday. We did the Zoom chat and we had some technical things going on, with the internet. It kind of behaves.
I think you just made that up and you just wanted to hang out with me.
Well, I think, okay, you got me.
Is that better?
I'm hearing you before I see you. Say something.
Hello.
Okay, that's good.
Is that good?
I think so. I am delighted to have yet another new artist that I'm going to just go ahead and say I've discovered you. So when you accept your first CMA award, I will expect a shout.
It was all you.
It was
definitely all you.
Maggie Baugh is our guest. Did I say the last name right?
You did. It's like a sheep. Bah.
I would say it's like, It's
okay. Well, that's a lot cuter, I guess.
Think About Me is the single. Welcome. How you doing?
Sorry, you cut out for a second.
Oh, yeah, there's that weird lag thing going on again. You started with the violin and you got pretty good at it because I happened to see a video of you when you were about 13 playing with Charlie Daniels.
Yes, that is the thing that happened.
that happened. Tell me about that. And you weren't just playing like one of his album cuts. You were playing the song. Devil Went Down to Georgia. The song.
Miss Maggie Baugh. How long you been playing?
8 years.
Been playing 8 years? You ready to play with me?
Tell me about that. What was that like? I mean,
oh my God, that was a dream come true. I had to sit on the floor afterwards and spread out and look around and be like, did that just happen or did I just make that up? Someone please pitch me. I opened up for him and played the national anthem for the event, the free event that he was doing next to my hometown. Okay. And I remember I was eating goldfish in the front row.
Goldfish crackers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we got to clarify that. Okay, good.
The goldfish crackers.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the front row and his manager comes up to me. He's like, Maggie, do you want to play on stage with Charlie Daniels? And I was like, okay. So he met me backstage right before we went on stage and played the song together. And he was like, do you know all the notes? And I was like, no. He was like, okay, follow my fingers.
Oh my gosh.
So if you look halfway through the video, I'm studying his hand, and you would only know that if I told you.
Maggie Baugh is our guest. We're talking to her about her single "Think About Me," which I'm just loving. I mean, you sent a copy out, and I put it on, and I don't always listen to everything, but something about it I like the beginning, the kind of haunting refrain that repeats there, and then you come in with the vocals. And I don't know if anybody's told you. I mean, when people talk to you about who you sound like, what do you hear?
I've gotten Carrie Underwood before.
Yes, exactly. Even your speaking voice sounds a lot like her.
Well, I mean, I have a stuffy nose, so I'm.
I was going to say, you sound like Carrie Underwood with a stuffy nose.
Amazing. We're two peas in a pod.
And when you go to the same old bar, the one from the night you stole my heart, and you still think the same old way.
You froze a little bit.
I froze a little bit? Yeah. I just got a message. Internet connection unstable. Oh, well. We've established, that you're living in Nashville now, but you're originally from the southern part of Florida. And when did you make that move up to Nashville?
So I've been in Nashville for about 3 years. So right after high school, I decided that that's where I wanted to be. And so 2018 is when I graduated. So I've been here ever since.
Did you have a plan, or did you just kind of say, Mom, Dad, I'm throwing my stuff in the suitcase and I'm moving?
No, I actually had a plan. So I've been coming to Nashville every summer for about gosh, I don't know, since I was 13 years old. So I've had friends, or I've made acquaintances, I've like made connections. I had a spot where I was going to be. I had a roommate, so I at least had a plan. All throughout senior year, leading up to moving, I came and like brought some of my stuff up, so I didn't have to move everything right away.
You told me that you've been, putting out a record pretty much every year since you were 13. How did you start doing that?
So if we're going back to the Ork Dork days.
We're going back to the Ork Dork, the violin days.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. So tell me, I mean, was your first record a violin concerto or something, or no?
Oh my gosh. No, it was not. It was I started playing violin when I was 6 years old, and I was really into orchestra. That is where the Ork Dork reference comes from.
Yes, thank you.
And
that could be the title of your first album, by the way.
Honestly, that's
saying.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You'll get royalties on that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And I started getting bullied in middle school, kind of just verbally, just girls are not nice at that age. And so I started just being able to pour my heart out into music, and that kind of saved me. And I switched over to country music because my dad is from West Texas. So country music or classical music was the only thing playing in the house. So I started writing my feelings down and kind of just escaping through music. And that's kind of why I started performing and singing and songwriting, because I just needed to get these words out. And the reason I started recording the music was because whenever I went to my shows, people were always like, my daughter's going through that, or I'm going through that. Like, thank you so much. Like, for me, knowing that I'm not the only one going through this means the world to me. So I figured, why not just record it? And of course, Nashville is where I was going to end up anyway. So I was like, why not just start making the connections and just see what the Nashville experience is and learn really young. So I've always been just writing. The first couple albums were about middle school.
So you wrote the songs and you started performing not only because of your love of music, but also to help people as well.
Yes, ever since I was really young, I've always had this like bubbly personality and always just wanted to help people.
No, get out. You?
I know. Who would have thunk it? And so whenever I started writing music, it was just that love of just wanting to help people. And that's why I perform today, is because if people can forget about what's going on in their life or going on in the world for an hour and a half show, then that means that I did my job.
So you went from violin to guitar. Do you still pick up the violin?
I do. I still play fiddle. Actually, I'm playing violin tonight at
Wait a minute. Are you playing violin or are you playing fiddle?
I am playing fiddle. You got me.
Don't mess with me.
You're right.
So there's no difference, right? Fiddle's just country. Is there really a difference between a violin?
It depends on who you ask. Okay, there's
Okay.
like two answers that I always give. The first technical answer, the difference between a violin and a fiddle, is the bridge on a fiddle is shaved down a little bit, so you could play double stops, which are two strings at once, a lot easier, which gives that like fiddle sound. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like the.
But that's like the technical answer.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
That's the technical answer that I was given a long time ago. But I think the real difference between a violin and a fiddle is a violin has strings and a fiddle has strings.
This is deep.
Learn all about fiddles and violins here on Kickin Country.
Maggie Baugh is our guest, and it's a pleasure talking to you. And I'm just going to run some of these by you because we're trying to get to know you a little bit here. And this is kind of funny because you're a girl. And you're very attractive and talented, and you're up on stage. And I've got to believe that after the shows, there are a lot of young men that want to come up and talk to you.
Yeah.
And I was reading this morning on my show, the top 10 cheesiest pickup lines. Do guys still use those?
Honestly, the funniest part about that is I had a song out that I wrote all about cheesy pickup lines.
Oh my gosh.
So the entire verse is all really cheesy pickup lines. And whenever I performed it, especially in Nashville at the Wild Horse Saloon, there would be these little kids who'd be like, "Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only kid I see." And this little like 11-year-old boy who thinks he's like picking up the girl on stage. I'm like, "Mom, you're in trouble."
Oh, that's funny. So do they ever work for you? Probably not.
I mean, it's illegal because, he's 11, but.
Well, okay. I'm talking about in a different scenario, obviously.
Maybe. It depends. Their punctuality, I guess. Like, I got to give them some credit.
The time is that a song that people can hear? Is it out there anywhere, or you never?
No,
put it
it's
out?
not. I performed it at my shows a while ago, but it's not out.
Okay.
I'll send it to you though. if
I'd
you
love
want
to hear it. I really would.
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Cause you must be an angel. Girl, walk outside, it's bright out here. Or is it just your halo? The roses are red, the violets are blue. These lines are lame, just like you. If you think you could pick me up, hey, you better pick this up. You got it all wrong.
See if any of these are on in that song.
Okay.
You are hotter than the bottom of my laptop.
Oh my God.
You heard that one? Did
No.
it do anything for you? If
You mean the laptop when it burns your leg when it's sitting on
You're thinking way too much about that.
Okay, sorry.
If you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple. Fine apple.
You should use some of these lines out and let me know how they work.
This one you've heard, and I bet it might be in your song. Do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk by again?
Oh my God, I've heard that one.
You've
before.
heard that one. Some of these I'm not even gonna. No, not gonna go there. This I'm sure you've heard this one. There's something wrong with my phone. It doesn't have your number in it.
Yeah. My brother has used pickup lines of girls before.
Does he? How old's your brother? Is he
So my
younger?
brother's 18.
Okay.
Yeah, he's younger than me. He's 6'4", so definitely got the height. But yeah, so he's younger than me, 18. He opens his phone on like the new contacts list, and he's like, "Do you mind filling out this brief survey?"
Oh, sweet. Does he take pride in the fact that that's his approach?
He does. He's a tall, nice-looking kid, so I guess like it woos the girls over. But
He doesn't really need it. It's kind of an extra that he uses.
yeah.
You know, talking about what we're talking about, and you said you already wrote a song with that in it, which is kind of cool. Where do you get your song ideas from? Just everyday life?
It really depends. Like if there's a situation or like an event that I'm going through or something where it's like closer to my heart, then obviously it'll take me a little longer to write it. And it's just, that's where I'd probably get my ideas, because I really enjoy like writing things that I relate to versus like when I was younger, I just turned 21. So I couldn't really sing about drinking beer and stuff like that. Because I was like, it doesn't really make sense. But now it's like I'm experiencing what it's like with like alcohol and like heartbreaks and like going to the bar. Like
Don't
I've
give
never
too
done
much
that
away,
before.
Maggie. Don't give too much away. Okay.
Yeah, I'm real rowdy over here.
Do you do songwriting sessions where you just show up with somebody that maybe you've never met before and try to
I do.
something? How does that work?
I do. The funniest part is like everyone says stranger danger, and literally songwriters' jobs are to get in a small little room with strangers that you've never met before and hope that a song comes out. And I think it's really, really cool that 2 people or 3 or 4 people, depending on how many are in the writing session, could come together and just create magic. And every single writer or person in that room has something awesome to give. It's whether or not you're writing with a guy who only builds the songs, whether a person only comes up with the melodies, if a person only comes up with the words, or a person only plays the guitar. There's always one person or multiple people that build the song together, and it's really, really cool to watch.
How often is it a success? I mean, do you typically walk away with something, or some days it just doesn't work?
Some days, honestly, it doesn't even work. We'll sit in the room for like 4 or 5 hours and we'll come up with a verse and be like, there's something here. But it's just like, I'm a big believer in if we got something really good, we don't want to force it. I always believe that things come at the right time. So if we know that we got something really good, instead of sitting there for 8 more hours, it's like, why don't we just come at it with a clear mind?
Very interesting. So if I said like to you, avocado, and then you went and you had a songwriting session, you might say avocado, and then just go from there.
Yeah, basically you kind of just go through the things. You're like, what is an avocado? It's got a seed, it's got a tree, it grows from the ground. It's like,
Very
so you
cool.
gotta just do like a little chart.
Yeah. Maggie Baugh is our guest. Our song is Think About Me. It's her new single. We're playing it all day long on Kickin Country. I hope you like it. Leave some comments on our Facebook page. Let us know what you think. Pick up a copy, download it, stream it, and support new music. You're an awesome artist, and we hope to hear a lot more from you down the road.
Lee, thank you so much. Hopefully I can get on here with my next single if you're not too bored of me.
Well, let's see. We've done this 2 days in a row, and you haven't worn on my nerves yet, so it's okay. It's okay.
Woo! You guys
Good.
heard it here first on Kickin Country. He wants me back.
Have you opened for some interesting people?
I have opened for some interesting people. I wonder who my favorite person I ever opened
Do some
up
name
for.
dropping here.
Oh my gosh, stop it. Okay, let's see. If you're doing older country, I'd say Neil McCoy, Trace Adkins. I have opened up for Jake Owen, Luke Combs. I never did Luke Bryan. That's like on my bucket list.
Wait a minute. You never did Luke Bryan?
I never. Lee.
Edit.
Open a cut. This is not gonna air.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though. Is there somebody that you've opened up with that was your favorite?
I think honestly playing on stage with Charlie Daniels is like always going to be my biggest moment, not biggest moment, but just like biggest starstruck moment.
Very cool. Very cool.
I would say.
There's going to be a lot more of those moments in the future. Maggie, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And we hope to hear a lot more from you in the future.
Lee, you're the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Our guest today, Maggie Baugh on Kickin Country 105.3. Okay. That was good. I wish we had done this from here yesterday. Whoa, wait a minute. Are you okay?
I'm good. We're good. There was like an earthquake.
I thought maybe you fainted or something.